Well, I watched The Wailing, which I actually posted on our Instagram just randomly because someone I followed had talked about it. But it's 2 hours and 36 minutes, I think.
Ooh.
But you don't notice it because it's nuts. There's so much stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna have to calm myself down for a second. But it's directed by a guy called Na Hong Jin, starring Kwok Do Wan, Hwang Jung Min, and a guy called Chun Woo Hee.
Okay.
Again, if I'm getting these names wrong, I sincerely apologise. But and essentially similar to Memories of Murder, it sort of follows a sort of bumbling policeman working in
Can I stop you 1 second? Does that mean that every film we're talking about has some relation to police investigation in it?
I mean, yeah. So
That's really weird.
well,
Maybe it's just a
they're just really good at it.
yeah.
South Koreans just know how to make a good fucking police murder mystery.
I'm waiting for the South Korean buddy cop film.
Well, you say that I've got one coming up, but not this one. But no, it's sort of he works in almost. It's almost too small to call it a town, but like bigger than a village. It's sort of countryside-esque town. And there seems to be a weird string of murders that are all linking to illness.
Okay.
So people in the town are developing this rash one at a time, and then starting to go slightly insane from the rash, and then it always culminates in them murdering someone in their family. And as far as they can tell, they have no idea why it's happening. But then coinciding with that is the appearance of who they call the strange Japanese man. He's never given a name. It's just this man who's been seen around the town, and no one knows. You know he's Japanese, but no one knows who he is or where he came from.
Okay.
But all they know is that he showed up around the same time this illness started appearing.
Right.
And,
Okay.
It gets weird. It's
Well, I was going to say that sounds strange because obviously, historically, there's been a bit of conflict between South Korea and Japan.
Yeah, I've read
I think
that.
they're officially at war.
I've read it. Did get a little bit of criticism for that aspect. Obviously, when I
Did
first
it?
watched it, I wasn't fully aware of that. But I've read since that did get a bit of criticism because essentially it's led you're early on. So this isn't quite a spoiler, but early on you're led to believe that the Japanese man may or may not be a ghost, and you're not sure how real
Okay.
he is. And you meet various characters that sort of all have different theories about what's going on and why it's happening. And it culminates to the point where the policeman's daughter seems to develop this illness, so it becomes even more critical that he solves whatever's going on. And then,
Because he didn't give a shit before, but
well, he did, but it's he was almost sort of chalking it off as murders that are unrelated. I think his first theory is that there's been some dodgy mushrooms going about because they've noticed that people had been ingesting certain tea.
okay.
But yeah, I can't really say much more than that, other than the fact that it is mental. Like it's billed as a horror, and there are moments in it which are truly terrifying, but not in like a jump scare, gore way. Just in like the sheer setup of it and how minimal things are. Like there's one just a close up of a guy staring at someone is haunting, and then it just goes a bit batshit crazy. Like they
Okay.
bring in shamans to try and figure out what's going on. There's rituals going on left, right, and centre. There's different backstories about who might be responsible for this illness. And up until the very last scene, you're still not 100% sure who is the bad guy and who is the good guy in it. And it's great. I loved it because I've seen it before and I watched it again recently in anticipation of this. But I can't recommend it enough. It's really good if you've got the patience for it. But like I said, it didn't feel that long. It's a long
Okay.
film, but because there is so much going on, it never really takes its foot off the pedal. You don't really feel.
Do you
it.
feel fatigued by the end of it though?
More because it's not a happy film, obviously. I think it's more.
How could it be? We don't really do happy films.
Oh, yeah,
well, we did Bill and Ted.
Yeah,
but
Bill
I
and
think
Ted was happy.
Is that
was
the
most
only happy film we've done so far?
Well, there's probably more than one, but I'm not going to go through.
I can't remember.
But yeah, fatigued in the sense that just through how much has gone on, not the length of it. But no, I really enjoyed it. I think it's really well put together, and the ideas in it are mental and like stuff
Okay.
that you'd never see in Western cinema.
Okay.
So I'd probably going to go an 8 for it.
An 8?
Yeah.
Ooh, high praise indeed
know.
from Jack Chambers today.
I know, I'm in a good mood. It's a non-alcoholic beer. It's already, I can feel it changing me.
Well, it is a depressant.
Oh, great. Well,